Hey, it's Sammy on Monday, August 11th. I had a great birthday week and vacation last week. Got back, did the same thing we always do. What goes up must come down. Overnight, we went up, tested R1 at the high of the day. And what happens? Well, we shorted, took 246 points out of that market real quick. And let's take a look and see how everything played out with that data. Look at this very first trade. We came right off of R1 overnight high, came right down through VPOC. We're just heading right down here. As we move down, there's that pink line right there. That's VWAP. As we hit that, now this is crazy. This trade actually did punch all the way down, but we're going to go ahead and just lock in 28 points right here on VWAP. Now you can see we're actually trying to come through this checkpoint right here, which is actually weekly deviation 1 low. That's also our deviation band right here, value area low. We're up about 25 points at one point. We're gonna go ahead, because this is a new hour bar coming up here, we're gonna do a trailing stop loss of 10 points just in case this thing comes against us, so we can see what happens here. And it's going to hit our trailing stop. That's okay. We'll take the 10 points. We're still pre-market. So you can see what happened here. We had that new hour bar kind of came back, went against us. We're still sitting on that deviation line and value area low, but that data's starting to really pick up now to the short side. We're opening, the market's opening in about 3 to 5 minutes here, so we're going to get in this here prior to the open. The data's kind of all in our favor, so we're going to ride through the open. So we're blasting down, trying to make our way down to pivot. We're going to try and move our trailing stop down to lock in 30 here. But of course, because it's the open, the platforms are a little bit slower. We're going to actually manually lock this in for 42 points. This is what we like to see. You can see we hit down there right at that overnight low. We took out the value area. We went up. We're retesting VWAP and VPOC. I'm entering here as we roll back over. All my high time frame data is just sitting there ready to pop. So we can read this data like perfect. That's why we can get in and out of this market as it moves between these levels. We're just gonna go ahead and take this all the way down and trail 60 points on our trailing stop, 60 points. All right, so we're trying to still get down to that pivot here. We're punching through the overnight low. You can see we hit yesterday's closing price. So that's Friday's close. We got plenty of data here. We're gonna jump in this trade and try and get down to pivot. You can see we got stuck here on this 61.8 Fibonacci, but as we pop through, we're just going to go ahead and lock in 30 points. Or we ended up with 29 points on this trade. Not too bad here, 29 points. This is an awesome trade. Now you can see the market went all the way back up, tested that overnight low price in Friday's close. Now we're dropping like a stone. I missed the move to the left. One of our members, Karan, got about 30 points out of that. I'm actually going to come through this GAN level right here, this 50 Fibonacci, and this pivot area, this entire level. We're going to take it all the way down to where we got our take profit. It's 77 points through the GAN down to GAN take profit 1. Look at this thing. This data is just screaming down. We're going to hit our TP of 77 points. Here's the bottom line. If you're a trader and you're not making money every day, why are you doing this? It's like going to work and not getting a paycheck. The reason why you're struggling is because you probably know how to trade, why a trade should work, where a trade should work, using these same types of tools we use. The difference is we know when to step in and out of the market because we're using data. All right, so if you're curious about how all this works, click that link below, schedule a call. I'll walk you through everything and we'll get you started today.